Alright, so I'm back on the air again. We got the chat going with the page right now. Moving over to the social stream side, because I actually have a little warning on my screen right now telling me that I have a poor network connection. So hopefully you guys out there can still see and hear me. I know I got a couple of viewers on right now. Let's keep those viewers coming on. You mean tell me only 2 people want to know what's going down with the preemptive strike? I know we got more than that. Alright, that's the downside about living in Hawaii. Sometimes it really does play havoc on your computer network and all of that. Okay, but getting back to the skinny of things, once again, and this time I wrote down the questions that were being posed. For those that didn't catch the first 2 times that I responded or that I addressed these issues due to a poor connection or whatever the case. The upcoming event is called the Preemptive Strike Promo Blast Contest and Showcase. When we did the very first one, I believe it was earlier this year, that we did the very first preemptive strike. And put some light on myself because I know I'm darkly packed. I'm dark but comely. You feel me? But when we did the first one, we had a really good response. We had a really good turnout. So we thought it would be real cool to do another one later on down the line. So now that some opportunities have presented themselves and made that possible, we're definitely trying to incorporate some new things into the mix. I feel like this preemptive strike, the stakes are higher. There's a lot more value to the prize packages. There's a lot more important things in the mix with this particular preemptive strike. You know, we want it to be fun, of course. You know, it's got to be fun, but most definitely we want people to take it seriously as well. It is a contest. There are some high value prizes at stake here. When you look at the hundreds or even thousands of dollars that could be poured into these different promotional and marketing packages that basically make up the prize packages. Okay, so the way it's going to operate in a nutshell is every artist that becomes a registrant and ultimately a participant in the contest, they'll get to perform one song. They'll have that 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes to impress the judges and prove to them why they deserve to walk away with the shot to open up for Maybach Music Group artist Torch later on in the year when he comes out to Hawaii for a show, and also receive all the different promotional and marketing services that are tied to the prize packages. I mean, hundreds of spins in radio airplay, feature spots on artists' mixtapes and all kinds of different things. So you're going to get a lot of value for a $50 registration. Now, let's say you don't win the contest. Well, even as a registrant, registrants are entitled to a certain amount of internet radio airplay. You get to have your own little small guest list at the actual event. So just for registering, you're going to get more than your money's worth. Okay? I highly encourage artists here to become involved with the preemptive strike for the simple fact that you're going to get radio play just for registering. And if you haven't learned the value in internet radio, take a look at MafiaMixtapes.com or 258Mafia.com's websites, and then come back and talk to me about whether or not internet radio is actually valuable and viable as a means, as a vehicle for you to get your music out to the masses, in front of the people who really need to hear you. Okay? So with the spins and radio airplay, if your music's properly registered with one of the 4 different performance rights organizations, whether it's ASCAP, BMI, CSEC, or Sound Exchange, or even SOCAN, you know, we got you covered. Your spins are definitely going to count towards your performance royalties. Okay? So the preemptive strike is a big deal. It's a really good thing. And if you're on the island of Oahu, or if you're in the state of Hawaii, period, we encourage you to register and participate. Now, say that you can't be on Oahu for the actual physical event because you're either out of state or off island or whatever the case may be. We do have an online-only component for the contest. That's something brand new that we didn't even think of last year. But we've been hit up from people from the mainland and the outer islands about wanting to participate. So this new component that's being added to the preemptive strike is going to be a real benefit to them. Basically, the way that works is you're going to send your song in, it's going to be reviewed and judged, and for the winners of that online-only component, there's some really great prizes involved in that as well. Not only radio airplay, but some free beats, you know, complete with leases and everything. And that's going to be courtesy of, you know, one of the sponsoring factions of the contest. So there's a lot of value in this, and I'm really jealous and a little bit upset and hurt, because there was nothing like this when I was coming through as a young artist trying to get my music heard and trying to get put on, you know, on the island of Oahu back in the day. I wish someone had a thought about doing this kind of stuff, but, you know, needless to say, go to the website www.rudeboyradio808.com, click on the preemptive strike tab, and just get your registration in. Get your registration in. If you're doing the online only component, get your songs in, and let's get it cracking. You know, let's put somebody on the map. Now, when Torch tentatively arrives on the island on February 28th, and if you have won the physical contest that we have, I mean, you'll have your own one-on-one powwow with this Maybach music group artist. You'll be able to pick his brain about, you know, what it really takes to get signed, if that's your aspiration. You know what I mean? Or just be able to pick his brain about other aspects of the industry that some of us may not even know about because we're not at that level. So it's real good to be able to sit down and chop it up with someone that is at that level. So there's a lot of different ways to look at this contest and the value and the prizes that are being given out to the winners. So that's the whole skinny about the preemptive strike and the online-only component of the preemptive strike. All right. So a lot of big things coming down the line. You just got to stay tuned. You know, stay tuned, stay plugged in. Go and check out my radio station. It's a live 365 station, Rude Boy Radio 808, Hawaii's #1 internet radio station spinning independent music and hip-hop, R&B, and reggae. Shameless plug. But yeah, go check me out over there. Listen in on Sundays, 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time for the More 5 Mix Show. Going to start working with a lot more artists and getting their music incorporated into some of my mixes and things like that. So a lot of good things coming, man. And just support us. You know, don't ignore us. Support us, because we need it. So on behalf of Rude Boy Rhythms Entertainment, I Live Entertainment, shout out to Lamar and Rude Boy Radio 808. My name is Shango the Don Rog. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll probably do another broadcast like this a little bit later on, or as needed, until, you know, everybody's questions are answered to satisfaction. But again, if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, shoot me an email at shango808@gmail.com, or you can hit my line at 808-371-3669. One love, peace. Thanks for tuning in. Hope I answered everybody's questions.